Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all? I hope each and every one of you is in the pink of health and happiness. Yes? I warmly welcome you all to today's session. We are going to discuss the paper which you have given in the yesterday's. Am I audible, visible? Just quick confirmation.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So let's begin. In today's class, we are going to solve the paper which you have mock test paper which you have given yesterday. So starting with the 91st question, if you have the PDF, you can open it in front of you in the split tabs. Okay. So starting with the question number 91, that is biology session. Is this visible, children, to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. So starting with match the enzymes with the function in the column 2 and choose the correct combination from the given option. So the helicase is, tell me, what does the helicase do?
Q.
Yes, it opening of the DNA during the replication, it opens the DNA. Ligase, joining the DNA fragments. Primase, RNA priming, and DNA polymerase, actually it joins the nucleotide. That would be AQ.
Option B.
Yes, option B. Option B is the right answer. So question number 92. Two animals are classified into same family. This means they would be classified in. So here, if you see kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So they have said it is classified into same family. So they have classified into same family, which means till the order, kingdom, phylum, class and order, it will be same. Okay. After family, it will be different. So it is the same phylum but different class. No, class is here. So it has to be same phylum, same class. Same class but different species. Same class but different species. Yes, which means this would be correct. We will see what others are, why other are wrong. And different kingdom, no, it cannot be different kingdom. Different class and different order, different class, different order, no, till here. If it is family, they have said, they have classified into, till the order it has to be same. Understood? Why the B is right? Any doubts? Moving on to question number 93. In the cell cycle, DNA replication takes place in which phase?
Yes.
Synthesis phase. Yes, easy as that. And question number 94. Which of the following option correctly identifies the plant shown in? Which plant is this? This is sphagnum. It is also called peat moss. Very important. The development of leaves in air and that of water in water plants, as in buttercup, this is the example of heterophily. This is also example of plasticity, isn't it? So that would make A and B both as correct. Okay. So this is the correct answer, A and B. Question number 96. Choose the correct statements about liverworts. In liverworts, the antheridium produce the anthrazoids and the archegonium produce egg. Okay, there is a mistake in the first one. Please just note it down that archegonium produce egg during the sexual reproduction is the statement. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Both male and female sex organs may be present in the same thalli or different thalli. Yes, in Mercantia it is in different thalli, in Rixia it is in same thalli, in Sphagnum it is in same thalli. So this statement is correct. A sporophyte is formed from the zygote which is differentiated into food seta and capsule. Yes, the meiosis occurs in some cell of the capsule which give rise to haploid spores. Yes. The spores germinate to form free living sporophyte. Is it free living sporophyte? It should be,
No, ma'am.
yes, gametophyte. Free living gametophyte, which makes this statement wrong. What is the answer? It is, the right answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 97. Which of the following cross would produce genotypic ratio 1:2:1? Okay, just make the Punnett square and check for the answer. Okay. Anyway, if we make 1:2:1, this definitely won't be, and we can do this definitely won't be. If we have to check this and this, we'll check the AB first. Capital A, small b, capital A, small b, which makes capital A, capital A, capital A, small b, capital A, small b, small b, small b. Does this satisfy 1:2:1? This is 1, 2 and 1. So, it definitely satisfies 1:2:1. If you want to check for this, we can check for that also. We will check for that. Capital A, small b, small a, small b. So, this would make 1:1:1:1. This is 1, 1, 1, 1. It does not satisfy 1:2:1. So, the correct answer is option C. Okay, this would make 1:1:1:1, isn't it? So, the correct option is answer C, option number C, option C.
Ma'am,
Yes.
no, why not A?
Why not A? We will check for A also. This also satisfies. This also satisfies. But here they have asked for F2 generation, right? Here they have asked for F2 generation. So, if we come from the F1 generation, then this is 1:2:1 would satisfy. Understood? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
If we come from the F1 generation, they have not given proper information for the F1 generation for us to come from, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, match the following. Edible mesocarp. Edible mesocarp is mango. Endospermous seed is castor. Fibrous mesocarp, coconut. Non-endospermic seed is bean, and I missed one. Sorry. So, edible mesocarp is mango. Endospermous seed is castor. Fibrous mesocarp is coconut. Non-endospermic seed is bean. Ovule will be the future seed and ovary will be the future fruit. Understood? So, that would make F5.
C.
Yes, this one. IUCN stands for, it is not Indian, so you can eliminate these two. Here International Union for Conservation of Nature, yes, this is P. Very good. Now here in the given figures represent maxillary estivation. We have to what is P, Q and R? P is, this is standard,
Option
Q is
wing.
wing, R is
Key.
keel, which makes
Option D.
option D as a right answer. Correct sequence of Kelvin cycle is, you know, this is carboxylation, reduction and regeneration, right? So it makes D as the correct option. Consider the following. In an ecosystem, the functional unit of nature and comprises functional unit of nature and it comprises abiotic and biotic. Is ecosystem comprise biotic as well as abiotic? It does comprise. And abiotic components are organic materials. It also inorganic is also there. Yes, isn't it? All the things, the soil, air, water, everything comes under abiotic. So only it is just not organic and not living organism also. It is inorganic one. And biotic components are producers, consumers and decomposers. These are these are organic. And energy flow is bidirectional? No, it is unidirectional. So this also wrong, which makes 1 and 3 as,
Option D.
yes, 1 and 3 as correct. This one, this is the simple leaf, compound leaf and simple leaf. So this is A and D are simple, B and C are
B.
compound. A and D are simple leaves, B and C are,
Option B.
yes, compound, B for Bombay, yes. 104, assertion.
Compounding are two types. Can you explain?
This is pinnately compound, this is palmately compound. These are of two types. One is pinnately compound, another one is palmately compound, which means, see, what is the difference between compound leaves and simple leaf? Why it is called compound leaf? Do you know? So, if this is a stem, the leaf arises from here, right? Leaf arises from here, and all the leaf has stipules also here. Okay, some leaves, this is leaf margin, we call it as this is leaf margin, this one blade. This can sometimes come towards the midrib, okay, like this. It can come towards the midrib like this. And what it does, it can even join into the midrib and become, this will become like this. Understood? Like this. Okay. So this one we call it as ratches, and here in this midrib turn into ratches here, and here we can see the stipule. So this is this one is pinnately compound. When it comes to palmately compound, this here will touch us the starting point of the midrib. This is simple leaf. This will touch the starting point of the midrib, which makes this leaf to become like this, which will be touching in a point. It is like a palm, here 5 fingers, it can be touched into palm, right? Like that it becomes. That is palmately compound. Understood? Here in this, the margin touches the midrib like this and becomes this kind of leaf. Here in the palmately compound, this, if this is a leaf, the leaf margin here, it will touch the starting point of the midrib. This will become like this. Any doubts? Any doubts?
Yes. No, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Assertion, aneuploidy may be of hypoploidy or hyperploidy. Is it correct? it is losing one chromosome or gaining one chromosome. Is it correct or wrong? Is it correct or wrong? It's definitely correct. And monosomy lacks one pair of the chromosome. Yes, if it is chromosome 1, that one pair will be lacking. So, is this two correct assertion and reason? They both are correct, but is it the correct explanation of R? Aneuploidy may be hypoploidy or hypoploidy because monosomy lacks one pair of chromosome. It does not explain the reason. So, we can say both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay. And photorespiration, what do you mean by photorespiration? When the partial pressure of oxygen is more compared to the partial pressure of carbon dioxide inside the leaves. So, what happens, this rubisco, as you say, this is carboxylase, oxygenase. It has both the properties, carboxylase also, oxygenase also. It can bind to both carbon dioxide as well as oxygen. So, when it binds to the carbon dioxide, it enters into the C3 cycle, isn't it? So, this should be the case always. It has to bind with the carbon dioxide. But when it is the partial pressure of oxygen is more, this is competitive binding, okay. The rubisco is there here. Rubisco is there. Whichever comes, oxygen is, it can also bind to oxygen, it can also bind to carbon dioxide. Whichever the concentration of whichever oxygen or the carbon dioxide is more, it will bind to that particular thing. So, it has to bind to the carbon dioxide to go enter into the C3 cycle, but if the oxygen is more, then it will bind to the rubisco will bind to the oxygen. So, if it binds to the oxygen, does it enter the Kelvin cycle? No, it does not. So, it does the photorespiration, we call it as. Why it does? It occurs because the oxygen rather than carbon dioxide links to the rubisco enzyme in the Kelvin cycle. It has to bind to the CO2, but as the concentration of oxygen is more, the rubisco binds to the oxygen. That is why it undergoes photorespiration, which is a useless process. We do not need this process, because if this binds to the carbon dioxide, it will give rise to one molecule of glucose. If oxygen bind to rubisco, it does not give any of the food product ultimately. So, it is a wasteful process and it also utilizes ATP. That is why we say it as a useless process. That is photorespiration. Now, just match the column 1 and column 2. The column 1 is statin. What it does?
Trichoderma polyps.
Statins, no, cyclosporin A.
Blood cholesterol lowering agent.
Yes, very good. Cyclosporin A is Trichoderma polysporum. See, here cyclosporin comes, sporin, polysporum. So, just connect it, okay, just connect it. Here the cyclosporin is there, here polysporum is there, okay, just connect it. Just you just play with the names, nomenclature. It is very helpful. Whenever you don't get to, if you don't know the answer, just look into the nomenclature, okay, because there is always answer छुपा होता है nomenclature के अंदर. Understood, students? There is definitely the answer in the names itself. Statin is the blood cholesterol lowering agent. Ethanol, yeast, you know it already. Dung, biogas, which makes AQ. The only option within first matching, you can give the answer directly. DNA is not present in ribosome. Easy. And statement A, the regeneration of parts gauged by the herbivores in grass is by the activity of apical meristem. Is it the activity of apical meristem? The regeneration, anyway, if this is a grass, the apical meristem will be, if this is a grass, okay, for example, if this is a grass, apical meristem is in apical region, right. Anyway, the herbivores have already eaten this part. The regeneration will be taking place by what? It will be taking place by the intercalary meristem. intercalary meristem. So this is, the statement 1 is wrong. The cells of the parenchyma are generally isodiametric. The cells of the parenchyma, if you see the parenchyma, the major function of it is storage of food. You can see there is a large vacuole present, and peripheral nucleus, and they are isodiametric in nature. This is vacuole. So is it correct? This finger is correct, which makes statement 1 as wrong and 2 as correct. Option C. Yes, very good. In some virus, RNA is present instead of DNA, indicating that the nucleic acid must combine with the host DNA before replication. Yes, it should, but reverse transcription should be there, and they cannot replicate. They can replicate both RNA and DNA. There is no hereditary information. RNA does carry hereditary information, right? RNA can act as a transfer of heredity. If RNA is a nucleic acid present in the virus, then RNA can act as a transfer of heredity, isn't it? This makes correct. The nucleic acid must combine with host DNA before replication. This thing also correct, but they have asked, indicating that RNA, this is a more suitable answer. Understood? Now match 1 and 2. Inner mitochondrial membrane. What happens in inner mitochondrial membrane? Electron transport.
ETC.
Yes, electron transport chain is in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Pyruvic acid is converted into CO2 and ethanol in, where does it die? Fermentation. Cytoplasm? Glycolysis. Mitochondrial matrix? Krebs cycle. DP. Okay.
Option D.
Yes, very good. Yes. So organism in which of the following kingdom do not have nuclear membrane? Nuclear membrane is not present in Monera. It's very easy question. Which of the following statement is false? Epidermal cell has small amount of cytoplasm and large vacuum. The epidermal cell, the outermost cells, it's lengthier ones which have a large vacuole and a small nucleus. Which means small. Yes, this is correct. Waxy cuticle layer is absent in roots.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, if it's present, how the water will get into it, right? Logic it is. Root hairs are unicellular, while stem hairs or trichomes are multicellular.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Guard cells are dumbbell shaped in dicots. No.
No, ma'am.
Bean shaped in monocots. No. Dumbbell shaped in monocots and bean shaped in dicots. Which makes 1, 2 and 3 as correct. We want false, that is only 4. Only 4 is a false statement. Geitonogamy is functionally cross pollination and genetically self pollination. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yes. And it involves pollinating agent, but pollen grains come from the same plant. Does it need a pollinating agent?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it definitely needs a pollinating agent, right? Because it's from one flower of the same plant to another flower of the same plant. So how? Either by insects or either by wind, the pollen grain has to go from one flower to another flower. So this is also correct. So both are correct, which makes option A as the correct answer. In anaphase of the mitosis, what happens? In anaphase of the mitosis, what happens?
A.
Yes. Chromosome get arranged in the middle of the cell. That is where? That is in the metaphase. That is in the metaphase. So in the anaphase, it starts moving to the poles. Nuclear envelope disappears? No. Chromosome fibers become clear? No. That will be in the, this will be in the prophase. Disappears, this will be in the prophase. That this one is opposite poles from the daughter, for forming the daughter nuclei. This is correct. This is in the,
Ma'am?
yes.
Ma'am, but option D acts on telophase, right?
Chromosome aggregated the opposite poles to form. No, this also, it starts moving, right? It starts moving. If they ask telophase, this would also be correct. Yes. But out of 4 options, You can, the most correct one, see many a times what happens students, in out of 4 questions we have to choose the much possible answer. Okay, as I said in the first question there were 2 possibility, right? 2 possible, 2 answers could be also possible as the right answer, but we have to choose more correct answer. This has happened in previous years also. Sometimes we feel like, however if we see we can connect to the correct answer, but most probable and most correct answer should be always the correct answer. This one, chromosome aggregate the poles to form the daughter nuclei, yes, it can goes for telophase also. That would become the diagram like this, isn't it? Otherwise they would have get the option as reappearance of nucleolus. Yes, then appearance of nuclear envelope. So other things also happens, but chromosome aggregate at the opposite poles, or it starts moving to the opposite poles, can be the better answer. Out of all 4, out of all this, you can choose D as the correct answer. Any doubts?
No.
But that is a very good doubt, by the way. And now, as I said, no, or whatever the population, organism and population chapter में ना जो भी questions आते हैं, that will be from the population interaction. Okay, very important. Just before the exam, just go through it, revise it, then go to the exam. Okay, population interaction from the ecology part. This is the very important topic, that is population interaction. Predation. Disaster. Starfish, isn't it? Yes.
Option B.
AS. Okay, in the first this thing itself we got the answer, but we will still match it. Mutualism, mycorrhiza, Pinus and mycorrhizae. Yes. Then parasitism, Cuscuta. Competition, Balanus. Yes. Very good. Which one of the following is not considered as a part of endomembrane system? Endomembrane system endomembrane system consists of what and all? Just tell me.
Golgi apparatus.
Golgi.
ER.
Vacuole and lysosomes. Yes, very good. The cells which are actively carrying out protein synthesis contain dash and dash. The cells which are actively carrying out protein synthesis. Dash and dash nucleoli. So inside the nucleus there is a nucleolus, right? Inside the nuclei there is a nucleolus. What this nucleolus is? We call it as ribosome factory. Yes? This is nucleus. Is nucleolus. So if protein synthesis has to carry out, then it has to make more and more ribosome. So it has to be large and more nucleus should be there, isn't it? If protein synthesis has to carry out, it need ribosomes. If the ribosomes are needed, then the nucleolus has to make more and more ribosomes. For it to make more and more ribosome, it has to be larger. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Match the column 1 and 2. ABO blood group is example of multiple allelism. It is very important. Yes. Law of segregation, we can show it by monohybrid class. Then independent assortment, we can only show by dihybrid. Gene mutation, one of it is base pair substitution. One of the gene mutation, the possibilities base pair substitution. So that would make DAR. Option C. Very good. Statement 1. Meiosis involves pairing of homologous chromosome and recombination between them. Is it correct? Yes, homologous chromosome does get paired up and recombination happens between the homologous chromosome. Meiosis involves two sequential cycles of nuclear and cell division called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but only a single cycle of DNA replication. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is correct. So both
No,
state
ma'am.
no. No. Why? When the meiosis starts, it starts from the G1 phase, it goes to S phase, then it goes to G2 phase. After the G2 phase, it goes to meiosis 1. After the meiosis 1, there will be a short gap of interphase, we call it as just short gap. Otherwise, it directly goes to meiosis 2. Okay. So, how many cycles of cell DNA replication took place? DNA replication took place only, it takes place only in S phase, right? So, only one cycle of DNA replication has taken place, but it has gone to 2 division. Meiosis 1 is the, meiosis 1 is the reductional division, meiosis 2 is the equational division. Any doubts? So, this makes statement 2 as correct? Correct or wrong?
Correct, ma'am.
Correct. So, both statement 1 and 2 are correct, which makes D for Delhi as a right answer. Synapses occur between?
2 homologous chromosomes.
Definitely. It's very easy question. Synapses, what do you mean by synapses? When the 2 homologous chromosomes align together, yes, they touch here, right? This point, that is called synapses. If this is 2 homologous chromosomes, they come and join together like this, making the synaptominal complex together, hold together, for it to make the recombination in the packetine. So, that is synapses. It occurs between the 2 homologous chromosomes. In food chain, question number 121, in food chain, members of successive higher levels are fewer in number? Correct? If there is a food chain, always it is like triangle, right? So, higher levels will be fewer in number, isn't it? Yes or no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Number of organism at any trophic level depends on the availability of the organism which serve as the food at higher level or lower level?
Lower level.
Lower level. So, which means reason is wrong, assertion is right. That makes A as correct and R as not correct. B for Bombay as a right answer. Chemical which is translocated to other parts of for acceleration of abscission in flowers. So, abscission is a inhibition, right? Now, you have to see for the inhibitors. Gibberellin is a, yes, gibberellin is a promoter. So, this is wrong. Cytokine is also promoter. Ethophone is a ethylene, that is also a inhibitor. So, which makes ethophone as a correct answer. Which of the following statement is not correct for 2 genes that show 50% of recombination frequency? 50% of recombination frequency means the recombination is indirectly proportional to linkage. Okay. So, if it is 50% recombination, then linkage is tightly linked or loosely linked? More recombination, less linkage. So, the genes are not tightly linked, isn't it? This is genes are tightly linked is a wrong answer. The recombination is inversely proportional to linkage. So, if it is more 50% is more recombination, it is less linkage. So, they are not tightly linked, this is wrong. The genes show independent assortment, as the linkage is very less, yet it does show the independent assortment. If the genes are present on the same chromosome, they undergo more than one crossing over. So, for example, if in this particular chromosome, if it is present, they might be present in different P and different arm, right, different arm. So it can undergo more than one crossing over. Yes, it can undergo more than one crossing over. And the genes may not be on, may be on different chromosome. Yes, it can be on different chromosome also. It will be one gene will be in this chromosome, another gene will be in different chromosome, which can make the recombination only 50% chance of the recombination. Understood? This can also be correct. Only one is wrong, which makes 2, 3 and 4 as correct. Oh, there is no. What do we, not correct, okay, not correct, fine. So 1 is not correct. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes. So Chargaff rule applicable to Chargaff's rule. Double stranded. Yes, double stranded. We need double stranded. It's very good. Very easy question. We'll solve it together. A rough endoplasmic reticulum. It does the protein synthesis and secretion. Cell wall, it provides structural support to the, yes. Flagella is the movement. Where is the movement? Yes. Lysosome, digestion, suicidal bags, right? Suicidal, it does the digestion of the cell. Intercellular or maybe extracellular also. So which makes as, which is the right answer? R, A, R. Yes, with the first matching only we can get the answer with just first matching. That is option A. Chemical responsible for bolting. Do you know what is bolting, children? Bolting माने क्या है? So like expanding the internode, this is internode na. If we, this is called bolting. Okay, I mean, what, who does this actually? Gibberellin does this. Okay, right before the flowering, this cabbage family is there, right? The cabbage, cauliflower, this cruciferaceae family, the members of that family undergo bolting, that they elongate the internode before the flowering. So that is called bolting. And if we can induce that, if for example the this cabbage can grow in 4 months, right before the 4th month, I mean last week of 4th month, they undergo bolting and produce flowers, and they are ready to harvest, for example say. So if we put the gibberellins beforehand, within 3 months can we harvest it? Yes or no? That is one of the agricultural practice they do with the gibberellins. We induce bolting in the cruciferaceae family members, so we can cut short the harvesting time. We can with the fastest, jaldi we can harvest it and sell it in the market. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is bolting. That will be done by the gibberellins. Actually, when we say gibberellins, it elongate the internode. We say elongate the internode. So what it does? Actually, it elongate the internode. Assertion: each tropic level has a certain mass of living material at particular time is called standing crop. Yes, it's standing crop का definition ही ये है. This is the definition of standing crop. And the reason the standing crop is measured as the mass of living organism. Dry mass, okay, dry mass of the living organism, that is biomass, or the number in the unit, number of organism also, the weight of the organism also. Both we can call it as standing crop. But is it the right reason? See, if when we are doing the assertion reason, we will include because in between, okay. If for example, each tropic level has a certain mass of living material at the particular time called standing crop, because the standing crop is measured as a mass of living organism or the number in the unit area. Is it right? No, right? It is not. No, it is not making any sense when we add because. So it would be A as. If it makes sense when you add because in between of assertion and reason, then you mark it as it's a right reason. If it doesn't make any sense, you mark it as wrong reason, as both are correct, but A is not the R is not the reason of A. If it makes sense, then R is the reason of A. Understood? So fermentation takes place in, the fermentation is an anaerobic process, so you can say aerobic ko aise cut kar, just make it wrong. So under the anaerobic condition in many prokaryotes and unicellular eukaryotes, yes. Under anaerobic condition in all prokaryotes, does it all? No, all. So which makes this one as wrong and this one as correct. Not all prokaryotes does the fermentation, only few can do the fermentation. Okay, just be cautious about such words. Okay, all, only, such words में ज़्यादा conscious रहो ताकि you don't make it wrong. Okay, because many a times it doesn't satisfy the all or only. When all comes, we should be very conscious, or if only comes, we should be very conscious. Understood? So certain words are there, we should be very conscious with that. The given statements are some characters of a particular group of kingdom Protista. Protist में कौन कौन सा है? Yes, most of them are freshwater organism found in the standing water. Many are yes. They have protein rich layer called okay, we have to find out which one. Okay, most of them are freshwater and pellicle is there. Then two flagella, one long, one short. Then they have photosynthetic in presence of sunlight and absence of sunlight में they are heterotrophs. Which one is this?
Option D.
Yes, euglenoids. Euglenoids, most of them are freshwater. They have a pellicle, protein rich layer है ना, pellicle है. With this only we can guess it is yes, and with this also we can guess that is definitely euglenoids. Very good. Match the names. Easy. Stomata. Prevent the loss of, no. Stomata, transpiration. Bark, it's the protection of stem. Cambium is a secondary growth and cuticle is for the prevention of loss of water. So D is Q. Done? Yes. So it is D for Delhi is a correct answer. Yes, Merkentia. What is A?
Archegonium.
Yes, Archegoniophore. B is the leafy structure. C is the Jama and D is the
Rhizoid.
Now tell me which type of rhizoids, this is unicellular or multicellular? Rhizoids of Merkentia is unicellular or multicellular, children?
Unicellular.
Unicellular, very good. Please remember, this is very important, it is unicellular rhizoids. Which is a Archegonia, female thallus, Jamacup and rhizoids, which makes A as a right answer. Is it? Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes. Assertion. Lactose is a substrate for enzyme beta gal and it regulates switching on and off of the operon, hence it is termed as inducer. Is a lactose called as inducer? In the lac-operon, yes, lactose is called as inducer. And the repressor of the operon is synthesis from the I gene, and repressor protein binds to the operator region of the operon and prevents RNA polymerase from transcribing the operon. Is it correct? Yes?
Yes.
It is also correct. But is it the reason now? Is it the reason?
No.
No. What should be the reason? What should be the reason? Tell me. What should be the reason?
In the presence of.
In the presence of lactose, it should be on, and in the absence of lactose, it should be off. Yes. So, which means R is not the correct explanation of A. Yes. So, here in the above diagram, identify 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and select the suitable. So, what are these? These are vacuoles.
Vacuum.
These are vacuoles. This is
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric. Asymmetric spindle. Yes. Then this one is the C is the vegetative and D is the generative cell, which makes vacuole, asymmetrical, generative and vegetative.
Option A.
Option? No, here it is symmetric. Yes, option D. D for Delhi is the correct answer. Here, listen, here they have given symmetrical. It is asymmetrical spindle. 134. Grana of the chloroplast. Which reaction takes place in the grana of the chloroplast?
Dark.
No children. Grana मतलब thylakoid stack together होता है ना. Everybody understand Hindi, Kannada, Hindi? How many of you does? If somebody doesn't understand, just tell me. Just give this thing thumbs down wala option. So understood, right? So क्या है ना, this grana, what are grana actually? Stacks of thylakoid है ना, thylakoid को stack करने में हमें grana मिलता है. जैसे मानो कि 5 रुपीज़ कॉइन जो है ना वो thylakoid है और उसको हम stack करेंगे तो 5 रुपीज़ कॉइन्स को वो पूरा बना के क्या होता है, ग्रानम होता है. तो thylakoid में क्या होता है, thylakoid में लाइट रिएक्शन होता है ना. Thylakoid actually has the photosynthetic pigments होता है, photosynthetic pigment जैसे क्लोरोफिल A, B होगा या xanthophyll या कैरोटीनॉइड जो भी होता है ना, that will be in the thylakoids. So that is the light capturing one. क्लोरोफिल ही that is a light capture करता है, तो that will be in the grana. So grana of the chloroplast is light reaction. They only there the light can absorb, right? एंड स्ट्रोमा में क्या होता है, स्ट्रोमा में नथिंग होता है. तो स्ट्रोमा इज फॉर द डार्क रिएक्शन. स्ट्रोमा मतलब द स्पेस जो ग्राना और ये स्ट्रोमा लैमेले वो सब छोड़ के जो होता है ना, दैट विल बी द स्ट्रोमा. स्ट्रोमा में डार्क रिएक्शन होता है. व्हाट आर लाइट रिएक्शन मतलब cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorilation ना, cyclic non-cyclic photophosphorilation where the ATPs and NADPH will be produced. जो एनर्जी मॉलिक्यूल जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो लाइट रिएक्शन में होता है. फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन साइक्लिक एंड नॉन साइक्लिक में. एंड डार्क रिएक्शन, व्हाट द डार्क रिएक्शन आर, डार्क रिएक्शन मतलब ये नहीं कि डार्क में होता है. डार्क रिएक्शन मतलब इट यूजेस द लाइट रिएक्शन के प्रोडक्ट जो एटीपी और एनएडीपी जो एनर्जी मॉलिक्यूल प्रोड्यूस होता है ना लाइट रिएक्शन में, वो यूज करके इट विल प्रोड्यूस द ग्लूकोज. दैट इज C3 एंड C4 साइकिल. ये डार्क रिएक्शन मतलब C3 एंड C4 साइकिल बना के ग्लूकोज प्रोड्यूस करता है ना, दैट इज डार्क रिएक्शन. यस. साइटोप्लाज्म, साइटोप्लाज्म में क्या होता है, ग्लाइकोलिसिस. माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल मैट्रिक्स में क्रेब्स साइकिल व्हिच मेक्स DP AQ. Yes, D for Delhi as a right answer. Any doubts, children? Any doubts? No. Please remember, grana of the grana मतलब thylakoid membranes, thylakoids होते हैं ना, stacked together. So that is light reaction, and stroma dark reaction. Okay. Neil perch in Lake Victoria. Match 1 and 2. Actually, Neil perch in Lake Victoria was the alien species introduced, right? Alien species introduced. Narrowly utilitarian. Narrowly utilitarian. Conservation of biodiversity में लास्ट biodiversity चैप्टर में लास्ट वाला टॉपिक जो है ना उसमें there is a how to conserve biodiversity. There are 3 they have given. One of it is narrowly utilitarian, that like they are very materialistic. जो they just want to utilize the biodiversity. That's why we need to conserve वाला feeling है that one. So that is
reason for biodiversity conservation.
Obvious reason for the biodiversity conservation. Yes. And main cause of biodiversity loss is habitat destruction. Yes. Then hotspot, Western Ghats, Himalaya, these are biological hotspot. Endemic species. Endemic species means only in that particular area these species can be found and no other area these species can be found. So that is the habitat of that particular species. So that's why we need to conserve the hotspots. That makes which as the right answer?
Option B.
BP.
Option B.
Yes. B for Bombay as a right answer. In frog, buccopharyngeal cavity acts as a force pump during the pulmonary respiration. Is it correct? Does the buccopharyngeal cavity acts as a this one help in respiration in frogs? Yes or no? Yes, the buccopharyngeal cavity acts as a method for respiration, including the skin cutaceous respiration भी होता है frogs में, buccopharyngeal respiration भी होता है frogs में, and lungs भी होते हैं frogs में. Lungs मतलब when they are in the terrestrial environment lungs होता है, otherwise in the water cutaneous respiration, that is skin का respiration भी होता है, and buccopharyngeal भी it can take in and out like carbon dioxide और oxygen को exchange कर सकते हैं. So this is the correct answer. Vocal sacs and amplexy pads are formed in female frogs during the breeding season. Actually this is wrong, because this vocal sacs and amplexy pads are there, no, it is in the male frogs. क्योंकि vocal sacs, you know, in the rainy season and all, this frogs makes trrr trrr sound, right? Do you know? Trrr trrr करके sound करते हैं वो. Actually if you listen to that sound, that will be the male frog. Only male frog have that vocal sacs, female doesn't. And amplexy pads होता है ना for copulation. For copulation, it helps in copulation, because this frog skin is so slippery. So you know, when the copulation takes place, so this male frog has to put the female under, so that वो ऐसे पकड़ने के लिए amplexy pads are present होते हैं यहाँ, you know, in the forelimbs of the male frog. So that makes 1 as correct and 2 as wrong. Answer C. Understood? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Study the given reason on the basis of which pregnancy can be terminated. To get rid of the unwanted pregnancies can be the reason? Yes, it can be the reason. To prevent the fatality or harmfulness to the mother. So if there is any complications during the pregnancy can be terminated, right? To the mother or the fetus, अगर कुछ harm होता है तो we can terminate it. Termination of a pregnancy is safe in each and every case. सारे cases में easy होता है ना? Easy होता है क्या? We'll see. If the fetus is male and terminating it doesn't make any sense, or the female doesn't make any sense. Yes, it plays an important role in decreasing the population. What do we need to correct? It plays an important role in decreasing the population. 4. No. And which makes 1 and 2 as
Option A.
correct answer. Yes. Statement 1, conditional reabsorption of Na plus and water takes place in DCT. Distal convoluted tube में conditional reabsorption. Yes, conditional reabsorption takes place in ADH and RAS mechanism. RAS. So conditional reabsorption takes place in distal convoluted tubule. Yes, this is correct. And loop of Henle concentrate the urine. In the countercurrent mechanism, we have learned that it definitely concentrate the urine, right? So which makes statement 1 and 2 both are correct, which makes D as the correct answer. Which one of the following statement regarding the coelom of the given animals are correct? Roundworms as helminths are pseudocoelomates. Are they? As helminths are pseudocoelomates?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So till as helminths, that is Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, then platyhelminths are acoelomates, and our as helminths is the pseudocoelomate, and from then on all are coelomates. So yes, this is correct. So this makes this as wrong. Mollusca are isoelomates, wrong. They are coelomates. Platyhelminths are coelomates, no, those are acoelomates. So roundworms as helminths are pseudocoelomate is the correct answer. Match the following hormones. Column 1 to function. Yes. Luteinizing hormone, what it does?
Develops corpus.
Yes, it develops the corpus luteum. Progesterone,
Essential for pregnancy.
yes, pregnancy. Then estrogen,
Develop female secondary.
yes. Oxytocin, cause the uterine contraction. Okay, yes. So which makes PQRS. Option C as a right answer. The Km value of an enzyme, the Km value of the enzyme is the value of the substrate concentration at which the reaction reaches to what? So, if the velocity, this is the velocity, this is the concentration of substrate, this is the concentration of substrate. If we see the velocity, the enzyme substrate concentration, however it goes, the velocity keeps on increasing, okay, till a point it goes to the saturation. That saturation we call it as Vmax. That saturation we call it as Vmax. So for example, if 10 substrate are there, 10 enzymes, okay, 10 substrate, 10 enzymes, the velocity increases. Next, the 20 enzymes, 20 substrate, velocity increases. 30 enzymes, 30 substrate, velocity increases. Whatever it is, even if you increase the concentration of the substrate, if the enzymes are not available, for example, there is only 50 enzymes, but you have 100 substrate, what happens? Till 50, there will be, it accommodates. After 50, it attains the saturation. Till one substrate leave the enzyme site and make the way for the another substrate to come and bind, the enzyme is occupied. So it goes on to the saturation. That saturation point we call it as Vmax. V mane velocity. Velocity will be the maximum for that particular enzyme. If we make the half of it, that is half Vmax. If we make the half Vmax, that would be around here. If we draw a line and to the substrate, this particular point is Km, okay, Michael's constant, that is Km is a Michael's constant. So what is Km now? That is half of Vmax, half of Vmax. If you see, if I ask you the question, like the enzyme substrate reaction is good if the Km is more or less. If the Km is more, if the Km goes on increasing, then, or the Km goes on decreasing, the rate of reaction is good or bad. If the Km is more, the rate of reaction is bad. If the Km is less, the rate of reaction is good. Why? Because see, if the Km is bad, I will tell you, if the Km increases, then the graph will be like this, right? The graph will be like this. If you make the V point, the Km goes on increasing. Yahan, if you say, it will goes on increasing. So if Km goes on increasing, the velocity utna zyada nahi hai. It is not spiking like this, steep nahi hai. So the rate of the reaction is going bad. The rate of reaction utna अच्छा नहीं है. If the Km decreases, so the rate, the graph will be like this. The graph will go like this. There is such a spike in the this thing, right? Velocity. So the velocity of the reaction is so good. Understood? If the Km decreases, the velocity is good. The rate of the reaction is good. If the Km increases, the velocity is bad, or the rate of the reaction is bad. Okay, done? Don't forget, okay, half Vmax is a Km. Parapodia of Nereis are meant for swimming in annelids. Tell me. Yes, it is right. And Nereis is dioecious, but earthworm and leeches are monoecious. correct? Is the nearest dioecious? Earthworm is monoecious, you know. Leech is monoecious, you know. The nearest is also, nearest is dioecious. Yes. So this makes the statement 2 also correct. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct.
On question number 142.
We left one question. Oh, cardiac cycle in man takes about? Cardiac cycle in the man? See, anyway, we know that around we have 77 beats per second, right? Sorry, beats per minute. Beats per minute. Yes. We have 60 seconds, which means less than 1 second should be 1 beat. That makes 0.8 as a correct answer, isn't it? Around 77 to 80 beats per minute will be the heartbeat of ours. We have 60 seconds per beat, so 1 beat has to be less than 1 second, which makes 0.8 as a correct answer. Which of the following are the reason for the population explosion? Increasing health facility. Yes, because of the increasing health facility, our population is rising. And rapid increase in the maternal mortality rate.
No.
If this happens, then population decreases, right? So this is wrong. Rapid increasing in infant mortality rate.
No.
If this happens, the population decreases. Rapid decrease in maternal mortality rate as the health facilities are increasing. Yes, it does help, contributing in population explosion. So 1 and 4 are correct. Oh yes, decrease in the number of people reaching the reproductive age, increase in the number of people, right? Increase in the number of people who are attaining the reproductive age. So this is also wrong, which makes 1 and 4 are correct.
Option A.
Option A is correct. Very good. Match column 1 and 2. Structural and functional unit of microfibril is called sarcomere. Protein of thin filament. Thin filament is? Tell me children. Actin. Thick filament is? Myosin. And the central part of the thick filament not overlapped by a thin filament is called H zone. Which makes? Any doubts regarding this question? Why no answers? Tell me. Any doubts? No?
No, Mom.
Yeah, yes. Indeed, there should be no doubt, yes, children. So that makes A as R. With first matching, we get the answer. A as R. D for Delhi is the right answer. Which of the following, which type of the barriers under innate immunity do the saliva? Mute somebody, please mute it. Yes. The saliva comes under which type of? Rakshita Talwar? Yes.
Rakshita Talwar?
No, Lavanya. Somebody, who is it? Please mute it. I can listen. Yes. So, which of the following type of barriers saliva comes under? Is it physical barrier? No. Yes. It is not cytokine, it is interference comes in, cytokinin. Physiological barrier, saliva, tears, everything comes. Cellular barriers, T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes comes. So, this is also wrong. Skin and several other types comes in the physical barriers. So, which makes physiological barriers as the right answer. Very good. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Just tell me which is incorrect. In the polysaccharide, the individual monosaccharides are linked by the glycosidic bond. correct? Yes, it is linked by the glycosidic bond. In a nucleic acid, a phosphate moiety links the 3' carbon of one sugar of one nucleotide to the 5' carbon of the sugar of the succeeding nucleotide. Is it correct? You know it, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, if this is 3' carbon, this binds to the 5' carbon of the another one. Yes. And the nucleic acid exhibit the wide variety of secondary structure. Nucleic acid, does they exhibit secondary structure? Protein exhibits, you know. What about nucleic acid, you tell me? Does they? Give me an example of the secondary structure of nucleic acid which you know. एक एग्जाम्पल दे दो सेकेंडरी स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ न्यूक्लिक एसिड का. DNA double helix structure, DNA double helix secondary structure in nucleic acid example. Then RNA, the foldings of RNA takes place, right? The loop. If this is RNA single stranded है, then there will be some loops happening here, poly A tail का. So those on just folding, अगर simple एक thread है, उसको थोड़ा सा fold कर दो, then it becomes a secondary structure. Okay, RNA also exhibit secondary structure, DNA also exhibit secondary structure, which makes nucleic acid exhibit wide variety of secondary structure वाला statement सही होता है? Then yes, the two strands of polynucleotides are parallel and run in the same direction, which means हमारा DNA हाँ ऐसे रन होता है क्या? Both 5 prime 5 prime 3 prime 3 prime जैसा? No, one will be
anti-parallel.
Yes, anti-parallel. ये wrong है, ये correct है. Yes. So which makes this as a wrong answer. Wrong. And AG of one strand compulsory base pair with TC, A with T and G with C. Is it correct? Respectively on the other strand. ATGC binding. Yeah, ये तो जरूर सही है. तो
Option B.
Option B. Only 4 is a wrong answer. Very good. A hormone responsible for normal sleep-wake cycle is, we are diurnal, right? Sleep, yes, melatonin. Very good, melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone which is responsible for normal sleep and wake cycle. Please match the column. Saltation. Saltation was given by, this theory was given by saltation यानी mutation में a big step, large mutation takes place, that is we call it saltation. Was who said this? किसने बताया ये ऐसे? Hugo de Vries. Yes, Hugo de Vries. And formation of life was preceded by chemical evolution. There were so many types of theories was coming, but chemical evolution wala theory is one of the important one that was given by Oparin and Haldane. Yes, very good. And reproductive fitness? Darwin. About the natural, fitness theory was given by Darwin. Life comes from pre-existing life. That swan neck experiment was done by Lewis Pasteur. That swan neck experiment, right? Previously they had spontaneous generation theory, this theory, that theory, so many other theories were there, which were all disproved by the Lewis, telling life comes from the pre-existing life. He did the swan neck experiment to say that, which makes the right answer AR. Yes, P as a right answer. Correct? Yes. So with first matching itself we got the answer. Dissociation of oxyhemoglobin can be promoted by dissociation curve of carbon dioxide. You know, right? Dissociation curve. So if dissociation of the oxyhemoglobin can be promoted, if the dissociation can be promoted, it has to move right, shift right, otherwise it shift left. Got it? So here they have asked dissociation of oxyhemoglobin. So if it has to shift right, then carbon dioxide should be more, temperature should, why? Carbon dioxide should be more, then temperature should be more, DHAP should be utilized more, then acidity should be less. I mean acidity should be more, which means pH should be less. pH should be less or acidity should be more, whatever it is, both are correct. So dissociation of oxyhemoglobin can be promoted by low partial pressure of carbon dioxide? No, as I said, if it has to shift this side, then the partial pressure of carbon dioxide should be more, right, which means this is wrong. Low body temperature, I said body temperature should be high, or you need to do more. When you do the more exercise, dissociation curve will be promoted. Then high partial pressure of CO2, the partial pressure of CO2 should be more, yes. Then high blood pH means it went to alkaline. I said acidity should be, it should be towards the acid. So this is also wrong, which makes B for Bombay as a right answer. Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Yes. And 151 question number, restriction endonucleases are also called molecular scissors. Is it correct? Yes, definitely they are called molecular scissors. When fragments generated by restriction endonuclease are mixed, they join together due to their sticky ends. Is it correct? Yes, because when you say GAATTC, this is cut by echo R1, where it cuts? It cuts here. So it leave the staggered end, which can be easily, that is sticky ends, which can be easily joined together. So this also correct. But is it the correct explanation? Just add the because in between. Restriction endonucleases are also called molecular scissor because when the fragments generated by the restriction endonuclease are mixed, they join together due to the sticky ends. Does it make any sense when we read together?
No, ma'am.
No. So A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So this makes the A as a correct answer. The function of autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system means for the involuntary action, whatever the involuntary actions takes place in our body, it will be handled by the autonomous nervous system. So which is the involuntary one? Swallowing of food is involuntary. Swallowing, we are swallowing the food, chewing and swallowing. So that is voluntary wala na. We are chewing and swallowing. So this is not the autonomous one. This is not the autonomous one. Pupillary reflex. So when suddenly a bright light flashed onto your face, we close the eyes, right? So that is pupillary reflex. But this is the reflex action. Yes, this is a reflex action. Pupils dilate and open up, that is involuntary, but that comes under the reflex action. Okay, this comes under the reflex action. Knee jerk response, for example, something pricked on our knee and we take our knee back, that is also the reflex action. Transmission of impulse from the central nervous system to the involuntary organs, for example, for digestion, the brain sends the message for the smooth muscles in our body, in our stomach, to start digesting it. So that is the involuntary one. All the smooth muscles are in the involuntary visceral organs. So this makes C as the right answer. Any doubts in this?
No.
Common cold, yes. Common cold differs from pneumonia in that. Common cold differs from pneumonia. How does it? Common cold, actually it causes by the virus? Rhinovirus, adenovirus, yes. Then the pneumonia is caused by Haemophilus influenza, Streptococcus pneumoniae. So these are bacteria. So just tell me. And also the common cold infects throat and nasal passage, nasal congestion hota hai, then we get coughing, these, that, and also so only respiratory tract or वो हमारा that nasal passage ना सिर्फ it causes symptoms there. But what about the pneumonia? Pneumonia actually affects the lungs. Alveolar sacs pus or fluid से भर जाता है, then it cannot make the exchange of gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen को exchange करने में दिक्कत होती है, that is pneumonia. So just tell me A, B, C, D में कौन सा वाला सही है? B. Pneumonia pathogen infects alveoli whereas the common cold affects the nose and respiratory passage but not lungs. This is correct. And why others are wrong, we'll see. Pneumonia caused by the virus, no, this is wrong. Pneumonia is communicable disease whereas the common cold is nutritional deficiency, ये तो लिस्ट से बाहर है. Then pneumonia can be prevented by the attenuated, yeah, that can be prevented but not live attenuated नहीं है. Vaccine में live attenuated not for pneumonia. Whereas the common cold has no effective vaccine. Common cold के लिए कोई effective vaccine नहीं है because the rhinovirus is so dynamic कि it keeps on changing its strains. So we have several thousands of strains of common cold. So अगर एक बार infect हुआ, that will change its strain and again infect us. So we'll get common cold like now frequently. That's why. So which means B for Bombay is the right answer. Match the following: proliferative phase, proliferation, follicular. When follicles are developing, they are proliferating, right? So it is follicular phase. Secretory, something is secreting. Luteal phase. Luteal phase में क्या secrete हो रहा है बताओ बच्चों? Corpus luteum कुछ secrete करता है ना? It secretes progesterone, yes. And menstruation माने it's a breaking down of endometrium lining जब break down होता है, that will come as a menstruation. And menarche is onset of puberty में, yes, onset of puberty. At puberty the menarche starts, the first menstruation, that is at puberty. So that is DS, DS है, CP and BR, yes. So D for Delhi is a correct answer. Which of these are divisions of the, okay, option A, abdomen, no. Which of these are the divisions of the body of the frog? Does the frog has tail? It doesn't have tail. Does it have neck? It doesn't have neck. Yes, it's only, very good Kiran, it is only head and trunk. Head and rest everything is trunk. Like that हम division करते हैं frog की body का for easy understanding and learning. It doesn't have neck. Frog doesn't have neck. Frog doesn't have tail. And 156, question number 156. Find out the right aspects of lactational amenorrhea. Is a contraceptive method. Lactational amenorrhea is a contraceptive method, which means after the parturition, that is the delivery of the baby, for 6 months the mother will be breastfeeding the baby, right? When the continuous breastfeeding will be there, for nursing will be there, at that particular time there will be no ovulation. That particular thing we call it as lactational amenorrhea. And ovulation does not occurring during the lactational period, is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Chances of failure of contraception are almost nil. Nil yani it will be around 98% effective. Okay, when it is continuous nurturing hota hai. From the parturition until the 6 months, if it is like continuous breastfeeding kar rahe hain mother, then it is chances of pregnancy will be less, which means there will be no ovulation at that particular time. Around 98% effective मान सकते हो तुम. Up to 6 months following the pasteurization, then correct. Side effects are almost nil because as they are not taking any kind of medications or maybe hormones, any other pills, side effects, then definitely there will be no side effects. So, this is also correct. It is a natural method of contraception. Yes, natural method. It increases the phagocytosis. Phagocytosis मतलब killing of sperms होता है. No, it doesn't have anything to do with killing of sperms. It has something to do with only ovulation. Ovulation doesn't takes place. अगर ovulation ही नहीं होगा तो ovum नहीं आएगा. If sperms are entering, then if there is no ovum, there will be no fertilization. So, this is wrong. Only 5 is wrong. So, all except 5. B for Bombay is the right answer. Very good. 157. In blood, WBCs are more than RBC. See, I will tell you. RBCs are very much more. RBCs more. Then comes the platelets. Then comes the WBC. So, now tell me, according to this?
Option B.
RBCs are more than WBCs. Yes, correct. RBCs are more than WBCs. These RBCs are in million and WBCs are in just thousands. Yes. And match it, match. Typhoid?
High fever.
Yes, high fever, weakness, headache. Yes, A2. Which makes this and this as wrong. Pneumonia? Nasal congestion, discharge, sore throat, cough, headache. ये symptoms भी common cold के लिए भी ठीक है ना?
Option B.
Yes. So B3. Yes, option D for Delhi मिल गया हमें. And filariasis, it's a inflammation in lower limbs क्योंकि वो सारे lymphoid nodes and इसको block कर देते हैं worms. And ringworm is a appearance of it is a skin disease, that is appearance of dry scaly lesions on various part of the body, which makes D for Delhi as the right answer. Consider the following 4 statement 1 to 4 regarding kidney transplant. Yes, even if the kidney transplant is proper, the recipient may need to take immunosuppressant for longer time. Is it correct? Yes.
Yes.
Because if donor kidney को हमेशा foreign object ही मानता है body, whoever अगर blood match हो या close relative हो कोई भी हो, the foreign object is a foreign object for the body. So this को non self मानता है, they have to take it. Otherwise this immuno cells, B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes go and attack और धज्जियाँ उड़ाते थे उस transplanted kidney को, इसीलिए they have to take immunosuppressant. And the cell mediated immune response is mainly responsible for graft rejection.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. हमारा B and T, especially not B, especially it will be
T.
yes, especially it will be our T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes main reason? No, it is our T lymphocytes are the main reason. And acceptance or rejection of the kidney transplant depends on the specific interference. Interference कहाँ आता है बताओ? Virus infected cells release that. Cytokine, so interference to virus defect. So is anything to do with the virus? No. So ये wrong है. So that makes 1 and 2 as the right answer. Yes. D for Delhi as
D.
right. Assertion. Cocaine is a potent stimulating has a potent stimulating action on central nervous system, producing the sense of euphoria. Yes, ये neurotransmitters को bind कर देते हैं और ये yes, this is correct. Yes, that is correct. And injection of microbes intentionally during immunization or infectious organism gaining access into the body during the natural infection induces active immunity. Yes, active immunity will be by the attenuated or vaccination से भी active immunity होता है हमें, या अदरवाइज नेचुरल इन्फेक्शन से भी एक्टिव इम्यूनिटी प्रदान होती है हमें. तो बोथ आर करेक्ट. Is the assertion and reason anything to do with the assertion reason? Is the reason anything to do with the assertion? No, right? So it was such a easy one. Both are correct, but A is not the correct answer for correct reason for assertion. Saheli. Saheli is an oral pill which has lower contraceptive value and high side effect. Saheli, no, it has a high contraceptive value and
Low side.
no side effect, very least side effect, or no or least side effect, yes. Okay, so this statement is wrong. And Saheli contains progestin with no estrogen and non-steroidal preparation. Non-steroidal preparation ठीक है, लेकिन progestin Saheli doesn't contain progestin. So both are wrong, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Saheli contains what, ma'am?
Centroman. So this was produced, it was produced in CDRI, Central Drug Research Institute of India, that is in Lucknow. Okay, this is in Lucknow. Okay, it contains centroman, it is a chemical. Okay, ये chemical क्या होता है? This chemical actually fertilization takes place, ovulation takes place, then the sperms go and fertilize with the egg, but ये embryo होता है ना, embryo has to go and attach in the uterine wall, placenta के साथ uterine wall में attach होना है for the pregnancy to happen. This centroman, what it does, it doesn't allow, ये सारे receptors को ही bind कर देते हैं और it doesn't allow this embryo to go and attach in the uterine wall. So this happens. Saheli क्या काम करता है? It doesn't allow the this one, वो morula stage and the blastocyst stage will be there, right? Blastocyst stage to go and attach to the uterine wall. It prevent it from that. It doesn't allow that. इसीलिए the pregnancy won't have, if the implantation doesn't take place, the pregnancy is the failure. Okay. और सारे हार्मोन्स क्या करते हैं ना, और सारे जैसे हार्मोनल पिल्स होते हैं ना, जो सारे प्रोजेस्टेरोन पिल्स होते हैं, ईस्ट्रोजन पिल्स होते हैं, व्हाट दे डू, एक्चुअली दे डोंट अलाउ द ओव्यूलेशन टू टेक्स प्लेस, बट हियर द ओव्यूलेशन टेक्स प्लेस, बट pregnancy doesn't, implantation doesn't takes place. Understanding? So अगर ओव्यूलेशन टेक्स प्लेस है तो फीमेल बॉडी में ऑल अदर हार्मोन्स आर मेकिंग, they are in the good condition, secreting in the good amount, but only the implantation is not taking place. That is centroman. CDRI, Central Drug Institute of Research Institute, that is in Lucknow, did that. So both are wrong. And one important thing in the answer key which I will be sharing, वो answer key में ना, this one is said as correct. Statement 2 को correct बताया है, but it's incorrect because it doesn't contain any progesterone or estrogen. Nothing will be there. Understood, children? Any doubts? फिर कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना, प्रोजेस्टेरोन नहीं है, इट इज अ सेंट्रोमैन. ओके, आंसर की में थोड़ा सा मिस्टेक है, इसमें स्टेटमेंट 2 में, दैट दे हैव गिवन इट एज राइट बट इट इज रॉन्ग. सो बोथ स्टेटमेंट 1 and 2 आर इनकरेक्ट. अंडरस्टूड? सो वी लीव अराउंड, इट इज ऑलरेडी टाइम 4:29 हो रहा है. सो वी हैव अराउंड 20 क्वेश्चंस. क्या करें? इस लावण्या,
We can continue the class, right?
वी कैन कंटिन्यू. हाँ, विल कंटिन्यू.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, पूरा 90 क्वेश्चंस कर देते हैं हम. एवरीबॉडी थक गए बच्चों? थक गए क्या?
No, ma'am.
20 नहीं ना, कर देते 20. चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Yes, ma'am.
और वो आप लोगों ने चाय पी ली, बिस्किट वगैरह भेज रहे हम यहाँ से, so that you drink. Okay? Did everybody had tea?
No, ma'am.
No? अरे घर में हो ना, अच्छे से चाय बिस्किट वगैरह पी के मस्त अच्छे से देख लो ना, रिलैक्स होके. ओके, सो यस. प्राथमेश पाटिल पहली बार सुन रही हूँ यार, नाम अच्छा है नाम. प्राथमेश,
Thank
इज
you,
इट?
madam.
Am I pronouncing it correct, Prathamesh?
हाँ मैम.
Yes. बहुत सही है यार नाम, पहली बार सुन रही हूँ मैं. और yes, चलो. Got it. 162. The sac shape is like the upside down pear shape. बताओ यार, इतना easy question है. Upside down pear shape ऐसे. कौन सा है organ? Uterus.
Uterus.
Yes, very good, uterus है. Then in nephron, water absorption is maximum in?
Option A.
Yes, proximal convoluted. इसमें ना around 100% nutrients absorb होते हैं, nutrients, and around 80% water यही absorb होता है. तो maximum absorption of water in PCT and 100% nutrients, सारे nutrients एक भी नहीं छोड़ते, सारे nutrients PCT में ही absorb हो जाते हैं. ओके सारे जो भी है वो Na+ कैल्शियम्स और जो भी अदर इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स है वो बाद में धीरे धीरे से absorb होते हैं, लेकिन अराउंड 80% ऑफ वाटर प्लस इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स. वेट, ओह it will take around 10 minutes. Okay, electrolytes 80%, around 80% of electrolytes सारे PCT में ही absorb हो जाते हैं, reabsorb हो जाते हैं. A person is suffering from one disease and shows the following symptoms. Symptoms क्या है बता दो. Okay. Like sustained high fever 39 degree to 40 degree Celsius, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache and loss of appetite. His doctor confirmed that he is suffering from one bacterial infection. So what is that bacterial infection?
Typhoid.
Salmonella typhi is responsible for infection. Yes it is. Streptococcus pneumoniae. अरे stomach pain और यहाँ से क्या लेना देना छोड़ो. And by seeing the report which shows the positive for viral, typhoid viral test करते हैं ना? Yes. And the pathogen is transmitted through the bite of female anopheles. Actually typhoid होता है, female anopheles तो yes malaria का. टाइफाइड कैसे स्प्रेड होते बता दो. कंटामिनेटेड फूड. अगर एक किसी ने फूड में कंटामिनेशन हो गया किसी का fecal matter या कहीं, तो it will be transmitting contaminated food and water. Okay, this is wrong. As a result of infection the alveoli gets filled. Alveoli से क्या लेने देना? Wrong है. तो it will be 1 and option A. Yes, very good. So 165. A sarcomere is best described as functional unit of muscle. तो if पहले बता दो फिक्स्ड है कि मूवेबल है. अगर मसल है तो हम मूव कर रहे हैं ना, अगर फिक्स्ड है तो कैसे, बोन जैसे? नो, इट इज फिक्स्ड नहीं है तो ये पहले हटा दो. देन मूवेबल स्ट्रक्चर यूनिट विद इन द माइक्रोफियर बाउंड बाय द हेड जोन. मूवेबल स्ट्रक्चर बाउंड बाय द जी लाइन्स. हेड जोन क्या होता है? जी लाइन क्या होता है? सो आई विल टेल यू. So if this is our, if there will be Z lines like this, okay, एक sarcomere unit के आजू बाजू लास्ट उसमें. So here we have thin filament. ये thin filament, these are called actin. Okay, in between here we have myosin, thick filament, thick. So this is myosin. So this region we call it as head zone. Head zone होता है क्या? It bounded by head zone? No, but this is Z lines. This Z lines. So ये पूरा मिला के हम बोलते हैं सैक्रोमियर. So मूवेबल स्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि ये इट कैन गो टू एक्टिन फिलामेंट्स ऐसे अंदर भी जा सकते हैं बाहर भी जा सकते हैं, तो मूवेबल है. और इट्स इन बिटवीन टू जेड लाइन्स. तो हो गया डी फॉर डेली एज अ right answer. Any doubt children? ये actin filament है, ये myosin filament है. Oh sorry. Oh. Which one of the following will be the cardiac output? Cardiac output का ये बता दो. Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into heartbeat. Heartbeat. तो stroke volume हो गया कितना 0.07 into 90. ये हो गया 63, 9 7 63, 630 and 2. 6.30. D for Delhi as a right answer. Any doubt in this? Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into heartbeat per minute. So stroke volume they have already given 0.07 liters, that is 0.07 into heartbeat per minute is they have given 90, rate is 90 per minute into 90. वो हो गया 6.30 as a answer, which is D for Delhi. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Which one of the following was more man-like? Dryopithecus were more ape-like. Ape-like. So Ramapithecus were more?
Option B. Option B.
Yes. Very good. Option B, Ramapithecus. Increased permeability of Na plus ions due to rise in the stimulus is short-lived. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. And the resting membrane potential of the membrane at the site of excitation is stored by Na plus. Correct. Cl minus is correct? No, it is K plus ions. So which makes statement 1 as correct, 2 as wrong. Which is that? Statement 1 as correct, 2 as incorrect. Before Bombay. Which of the following condition is responsible for increase in ventilation? Ventilation rate. Ventilation rate na, this increase in carbon dioxide content in the inhaled. For example, our body is very much sensitive to carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. जब भी yes Parthamesh.
No, ma'am, sorry.
Okay, so increase in our body is very much sensitive to carbon dioxide. Whenever the carbon dioxide, if we inhale the more carbon dioxide, if we inhale more carbon dioxide, what happens? That will be traveled through the blood and it can go to pneumotoxic center here, middle oblongata and pons area में जाता है. Also carotid artery also senses that. जब वो सेंस करता है कि इंक्रीज इन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड तो वो क्या करता है, बिकॉज एज देयर इज इंक्रीज इन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हमारा रेट ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन एक्सपिरेशन दैट इज ब्रीथिंग increases. Okay, so ventilation rate of the lungs increases. Okay, respiration rate of the lung increases because of the increase in carbon dioxide content inhaled in the air. This is correct. And increase in carbon dioxide content in the exhaled air? No, ये तो normally होता है. Decrease in the O2 content of the exhaled air? Definitely O2 utilize होता है ना, ये O2 that exhaled तो obviously. But ये वाला थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो सकता है. डिक्रीज इन द O2 कंटेंट इन द इनहेल्ड एयर. ऐसे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कंटेंट इज मोर तो O2 कंटेंट तो लेस होना ही चाहिए. पर वाई ए इज द राइट आंसर इज आवर बॉडी इज वेरी मच सेंसिटिव टू कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड नॉट ऑक्सीजन. दैट्स वाई ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. अंडरस्टूड? एनी डाउट? कंफ्यूज्ड? इस्लामनिया? यस, वेरी गुड. तो विल गो टू 170. दैट इज रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए. जल्दी कॉलम मैच कर दो. रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए, यस, प्लाज्मिड, एथिडियम ब्रोमाइड, स्टेनिंग, जेल इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस, प्रोसेस डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स को सेपरेट कर देते हैं. और एगरोस, एगरोस हम तो सीवीड, कौन सा सीवीड से एगरोस हम एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे थे बता दो जल्दी. कल ही पढ़ाया, मैंने सैटरडे ही पढ़ाया था हमने. एगार Gelidium and Gracilaria. Very good. So this D as 1, A is the correct answer. Which is not related with blood clotting? Thrombocyte तो related है, calcium is there, fibrinogen is there, then bilirubin. ये तो related ही नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि it is a pigment in the bile juice. Easy, that is easy. Okay, death is one of the important regulatory process on earth. Yes, definitely. Yes, it is a regulatory process. It avoids overcrowding caused by the continuous reproduction. Yes, correct. Is it the correct answer? Death is one of the important regulatory process on the earth because it avoids the overcrowding caused by the continuous reproduction. Is the reason correct? चलो बता दो जल्दी, बिकॉज लगा दो बीच में. नहीं है. Death is one of the important regulatory process on the earth because it avoids overcrowding caused by the continuous reproduction. It holds true ना. सही तो है reason. Yes, it is true and it is the correct explanation of the assertion. Any doubts? Yes. ये क्या है बता दो. It is a
Blastocyst.
blastocyst. Blastocyst, blastula, okay. And it will be attached to site of occurrence will be uterine wall. यही बता रही थी. You know, ये blastocyst को uterine wall में अटैच करने से कौन रोकता है बता दो. Which contraceptive method prevents the blastocyst to attached in the uterine wall? Very good children, very good. Yes, PCR.
Amplification.
PCR amplification. Bioreactor.
Large scale culture.
Large scale culture, yes. Then gene gun.
To induce
Yes. Echo RI.
To introduce
Restriction endonuclease. So what is the answer? A4. A4, B1, okay. C. C2. A as the answer. How many statements given below are correct? Yes. Homo erectus fossil was discovered in Java. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. थोड़ा factual है. Neanderthal man lived in near East and Central Africa. ये नहीं है. Actually they lived in Europe and वेस्ट एशिया में लिव कर रहे थे वो. वेस्ट एशिया में. ओके, निएंडरथल. थोड़ा फैक्चुअल है, जस्ट गो थ्रू इट. ओके, ये रॉन्ग होता है. एंड रामापिथिकस वर मोर मैन लाइक, ट्रायोपिथिकस वर एप लाइक, जस्ट वी सॉ. यस, फ्यू फॉसिल्स ऑफ मैन लाइक बोन्स हैव बीन डिस्कवर्ड इन इथियोपिया एंड तंजानिया. ये सारे स्टेटमेंट्स डिटो एनसीईआरटी में दे हैव गिवन. सो दैट इज 1 2 3 एज राइट आंसर. दैट इज ए इज द राइट आंसर. 3 हमें करेक्ट मिला ना. Which of the following statement are correct regarding the phylum Aschelminthes? बताओ. Aschelminthes are roundworms. Body circular section, hence the name roundworms. Correct. Aschelminth तो roundworm है ना. Ascarius. Yes. Alimentary canal is complete with well developed muscular pharynx. Alimentary canal complete होता है. यहाँ से complete alimentary canal दिखता है आपको. Yes. Sexes are separate, dioecious, male and female are distinct. As Ascarius में the you have no ना. ये मेल स्मॉल होता है और ऐसे एंड में ऐसे होता है. फीमेल इज लॉन्ग और ऐसे होता है. दिस इज फीमेल. यस, सो ये भी सही है. एंड नेफ्रीडिया हेल्प्स इन ऑस्मो रेगुलेशन एंड एक्सक्रीशन. इज इट करेक्ट? नहीं, ये तो एनिलिट्स का फंक्शन हुआ ना. एनिलिट्स. सो दिस इज रॉन्ग. सो 1 2 3 आर करेक्ट. यस, ऑप्शन सी. Last one, last page. Yes. So neural signals from pneumotaxic center can reduce the duration of inspiration and thus alter the respiratory rate. Yes, it is correct. Occupational disorder can result in proliferation of fibrous tissue in the lungs. वो fibrosis होता है टिश्यू लंग्स में. क्यों होता है? ऑक्यूपेशनल रेस्पिरेटरी डिसऑर्डर माने ये सिलिकोसिस होता है ना. दिस व्हेन एस्बेस्टोसिस, सिलिकोसिस, when they inhale the this thing asbestos and silicose, they go and block the alveoli surface. So when they do that, fibrosis takes place, fibrosis of the tissue. So this is also correct. So both are correct, which means both are correct. Yes, the correct sequence in the process of development of human embryo का सही sequence बता दो. पहले fertilization होता है, second zygote होता है, देन क्लीवेज होता है, मोरुला, ब्लास्टुला और टेस्टुला. कौन सा है? ऑप्शन ए. वेरी इजी. यस, वेरी गुड चिल्ड्रन. एंड फॉर प्लास्मिड टू बी क्लोनिंग वेक्टर द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स रिक्वायर्ड आर, एक तो ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन होना चाहिए, सिलेक्टेबल मार्कर होने चाहिए और रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट होना चाहिए. ये तीन तो वेरी 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 मिनिमम है. तो कौन सा वाला है? ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन, सिलेक्टेबल मार्कर और मल्टीपल क्लोनिंग साइट. मल्टीपल क्लोनिंग साइट यानी रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स है, रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स. दिस इज ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ सिलेक्ट द ऑड वन विच इज लाइक incorrect for the parathyroid hormone. Increase the level of calcium in the blood. Parathyroid hormone actually increases the level of calcium. Increase calcium absorption from the digested food. अगर कैल्शियम को इंक्रीज करना है तो कहाँ से लेता है? डाइजेस्टेड फूड से तो लेता है. तो दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. एंड स्टिमुलेट द मिनरलाइजेशन ऑफ द बोन. नहीं, एक्चुअली डीमिनरलाइज करता है. अगर कैल्शियम नहीं है ना बॉडी में तो कहाँ से लेता है? अगर तुम डाइट में भी कैल्शियम नहीं ले रहे हो तो बॉडी को कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना ही पड़ेगा ना. कहाँ कैल्शियम रिजर्व क्या है? बोन्स ही तो कैल्शियम रिजर्व है. बोन्स को डीमिनरलाइज कर देता है ये. तो मिनरलाइजेशन रॉन्ग है, डीमिनरलाइजेशन इज करेक्ट. स्टिमुलेट्स कैल्शियम रीअब्जॉर्प्शन इन द रीनल ट्यूब्यूल, ये भी सही है. तो ऑड वन विथ ऑड वन इज बी फॉर बॉम्बे. अंडरस्टूड स्टूडेंट्स? एनी डाउट्स रिगार्डिंग दिस? पूरा 180 हो गया हमारा. वॉज इट गुड? एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
सो अच्छा था सेशन देन.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
सो थैंक यू सो मच स्टूडेंट्स. एंड 15 मिनट्स थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया, मुझे माफ़ कर देना.
Thank you to you, ma'am.
थैंक यू सो मच एंड ऑल द बेस्ट चिल्ड्रन. नेक्स्ट अगली वाला मॉक टेस्ट भी अच्छे से करना. ये पेपर बहुत इजी था. ठीक है?
Thank you, ma'am.
ओके
Yes, ma'am.
ओके 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 देन.